When a woman takes care of a whole household by herself, she look at that man funny. And being transparent, being honest, when a woman takes care of a man too long, and I'm not saying it's right, she starts talking to him really like he a child. And I know that there were times that I probably snapped or said some fly because I was taking care of all the bills.
Because clearly he been taking care of the house. She said she been with that man 18 years, 20 years. So she couldn't have been taking care of all the bills for at least 10 of them. Right? She couldn't have. It probably was like a year, and he probably been taking care of the majority of the time. She come up here and try to make herself out to be a victim, then throw that Crohn's disease in this shit so we can feel sorry for the motherfucker. And so we can attack him. Let's hear what her man got to say. Cause she gonna come up here and lie. She gonna come up here and want us to baby her. She gonna come up here and play victim. You ain't no more victim. You a sorry ass bitch. And you got what you deserve.
And you called that woman up to her face on this panel.
Yes.
Okay. So I said you raising 3 of them.
What's up, YouTube? JayBReacts back here with another video. Now we're gonna be reacting to the T-Max Network, and we have a panel video. And this panel definitely gets a little out of hand. It starts off pretty well with the conversation based upon accountability, and that accountability conversation turns into all-out call-outs. Now this is a new panel that I'm reacting to, and I'm not sure if anybody on the internet is familiar with Mr. JayBReacts for president, but this guy ends up crashing out on one of the females on the panel in a hellacious manner. And then the host had to get involved, and it got pretty spicy. But I'm gonna let y'all be the judge of that. Make sure y'all like the video, hype the video, comment below. And without further ado, let's dive into the content.
What I'm saying is this, bro. At the end of the day, this is why I was telling T-Max the question he should have asked was, what did you do wrong? Yeah. Let's see if you could say it out loud. Let's see which woman is willing to step up to the plate and say, yeah, I did this, I did this, I did that. You know what? My mama used to check me about this. My cousins was trying to tell me about that, and I wasn't lit. Which one of y'all can step up to the plate right now and do that and tell us the things you did wrong? The things that might have pushed the dude out the door to cheat on you. Because I don't even believe most men cheat, because I disagree with Chrissy. I don't think most men cheat because the woman did something wrong. I just think most men like more pussy than just one.
I agree with that too.
But at the end of the day, I think good men who would otherwise be faithful, cheat because of their wives. So I just want to know, what did any of y'all do wrong?
Good men. Yeah, you're right.
Let's see.
I've had to watch my mouth.
Okay.
So you were verbally disrespectful?
So there was a time, can I answer it? And I'll be transparent and be honest.
Now we'll see why you cheated.
Let's see. Go ahead.
Perfect in it. There was a time, and we discussed this on a prior episode, where I was the breadwinner. I took care of everything in the house. Right? And I can even take a step further and say this, because I saw it in my own home growing up. So even if it was done subconsciously, it was wrong. My grandmother was the breadwinner, and I watched her talk to my grandfather like a dog.
That's probably where it came from.
Because there is a certain shift. There's a certain dynamic that changes when a woman is the breadwinner in a house. That's how I saw it.
I think too, a lot of these chicks, they not domesticated. See, we got like wild cats running around. See, when a chick actually like understands her role and who she is as a woman, next to her man, I would say she's more domesticated. A lot of chicks just grow up just being wild, outlandish, survival mode. So they gonna be in the wild. So when they try and come under the sheltering of a guy, they not gonna know how to turn it off, because they're still wild. They're not domesticated.
Yeah.
I'm listen, and I'm not saying that there should be, but I'm saying that there is. When a woman takes care of a whole household by herself, she look at that man funny.
That is true.
The respect that she has for that, because if we're gonna keep it above, let's keep it above. The respect that she has for that man is funny. How she operates and talks to that man really like a child, because she paying every bill, taking care of the kids.
But like making excuses for it.
Come on.
Oh snap! He said he making excuses.
You gotta let him land, Jay.
Please continue.
Let him land, Jay.
Okay. So, and being transparent, being honest, when a woman takes care of a man too long, and I'm not saying it's right, she starts talking to him really like he a child.
Right.
Like he is one of those kids because she is taking care of everything. So hear me. When I found out, and this is a moment of transparency, right? When I found out that my husband was cheating, I was taking care of the entire house. So for me, it felt like insult to injury.
Can you do me a favor?
You know what's funny? Even if he was taking care of the household, it probably wouldn't have made it no better. He probably still wouldn't have been able to get away with it, regardless whether she was doing the work or not. But I see how her being in the breadwinner position and this man still cheating probably felt a little worse.
Yes.
One thing, can you tell us what you did before he cheated? See, because we don't want it to be you were a victim and so you lashed out.
Okay.
What did you do wrong that don't got nothing to do with him?
Okay.
Accountability.
So before he cheated, I was taking care of the bills and taking care of the household. And I know that there were times that I probably snapped or said some sly shit because I was taking care of all the bills. And I know you don't want a reason, but I gotta give that, because if we're gonna keep it a buck, I have to keep it a buck and say that when a woman take care of a household, I'm gonna say it. When a woman take care of a household like that, and again, it may have been subconsciously because I saw my grandma be the breadwinner and dog my granddaddy. I know my mouth was slick at times.
So she was disrespectful.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with mine. I know my mouth was slick at times.
But here's the thing, though, right? So here's the point. This is the thing that people need to extrapolate from this, right? Because you just admitted that you were doing that before he cheated. Right? So when people say, if somebody wants to say, oh no, she didn't do anything for him to cheat, you don't know that. We have evidence to show that she possibly could have pushed him outside. You are emasculating and denigrating this man based on his financial income. And I can tell you from a person who has went through that, not only from his woman, but from his mama, that will actually absolutely send you to some pussy.
Saying you was a headache before he was cheating. You already was a headache. You cause him to cheat.
Because it's about the only thing that's going to make you feel better about the fact that this person is talking about you like this is some pussy.
Facts.
Right?
Like that. But can I also
I hope T-Max is listening. I'm really him, T-Max.
I also let me say this.
She just made excuses for herself.
That was an issue. And I was able to go to him. It didn't save anything. And I had to apologize. And I also had to explain, like, we never want to use it as a crutch, but I'm sitting here saying I saw it. And sometimes it might not even have been, like, again, it might not have been like that I was aware that I was even cutting that man like that, because I do care. But once I realized it, and I'm gonna keep it a bug, it was after we were separated. We had the conversation, and I wish we could have had it before it got that far. But it was after the separation and after we were divorced, and that's my homie now. I was able to say, like, yeah, that wasn't cool.
So you just hear how she sound. I think she just was raised more masculine. Some females can't turn it off. And I know some of them say the right guy has to come into their life to make me act more feminine. But sometimes I still don't believe that. I feel like if you was raised as a wildcat, you going to have wildcat tendencies possibly forever. That's why a lot of cultures or religions or groups were very strict on how women were raised, because usually that initial implant is what's going to carry as the normal for you. That's what you're going to revert back to. But if you, like I said, if you were raised more wild, that's going to be in you still. You can't really remove it.
So wait, hold on, Beans. I'm about to leave. Beans, hold on, Beans. Hold on. I'm about to leave. I'm going to get you him. But you only reason on this topic right here, you him, because both of you niggas just made my point, right? My original
question. I'm older than you. How's it your point, young ass boy?
Call my boy. Damn.
You're not older than me, Bean.
Yes, I am. I just don't look like it.
No, you look like it, but you're not.
Ain't that
all right,
yo, I love the shots.
Real quick, let me get this out. Hey, Bean, I told you. All right, so check this out. Here we go. Both of y'all just made my point, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you was checking Ashley on talking reckless to her husband, and she admitted she talked to him, lost respect, and talked to him like he was a child at times. Her mouth was slick because she heard her grandma do that to her granddaddy when her grandma was the breadwinner. And my whole point was, because this happens more than often, women that ain't even running the household, especially in our community, that ain't even leading the household financially and
Still
all that
do
other
it.
with the burden on their back.
Still
Talk to their man like he's a child.
Yes.
So my first original point still stands. That is there a reason for a man to cheat? Bings just said it was in so many words. And Ashley just said that she can admit that she not drove him, but she disrespected him and talked to him like a dog. And Bings said you pushed him towards some. So,
yeah,
bro.
But no. I'm
gonna let him get his head nods and shakes out.
When I came to him,
he over there tweaking on camera.
This is for the men, right? When I came to him and I admitted, or I said, like, I feel like you getting comfortable with me just holding this down because you're able-bodied.
Mm-hmm.
When I came to him and I said, hey, this is a lie. And again, being transparent, around that time also, I found I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, right? When I came to him and I said, hey, I feel like this is a lie. I am feeling resentment because you're able-bodied. I feel like you're comfortable with me just doing this by myself, because there were times where I would have a flare-up, go to the hospital because he don't cook. He'll burn water. And I knew that when I married him, so I can't complain, right?
Okay.
But now we have this new layer of information because I've been diagnosed with Crohn's disease, where I would be in the kitchen cooking dinner for all of us still with a hospital band on. So when I set my husband down and I said, hey, this is too much, I'm feeling overwhelmed, and then nothing changes. And we've had that conversation over and over and over again with apologies, but no change behavior.
Lunatic, what are you doing?
People get tired.
You know what? At that point, you understand. You need to understand who you marry. That's just the easiest way to put it. And a lot of guys don't want to be in the kitchen. And we also don't know a lot of these standards that a lot of women try and put on the men. That's why I said when we hear these conversations, we're only hearing the one side from the woman. We don't know exactly what she was trying to place upon him to say that he was not doing. And we don't know how long he was actually doing the things he was doing for. So sometimes these things get one-sided, but we can't really just sit right here and say that, the guy didn't do anything. And I would love to hear both parts of it.
Yeah, get the f out of here with that sorry ass story.
But the problem
hold on. Beans, go ahead.
I want to hear that sad, bro.
Come on, JayBReacts. Because what I was going to say is this: there's nothing more.
That's sad.
I know when we say women have different things going on in their life, let's talk about, like, if a woman have a baby, she get home from having the baby, they say she has postpartum depression. She goes into a deep depression. She can't function like she used to. Her pH balance is off. She's snappy. She has an attitude. Sometimes they even fear the baby being around her having those conditions. One of the things that I don't think has a balance is that if a man is unemployed and he's sitting at home and he knows he can't provide for his family, that puts him in a mental state. And you're looking at him like he ain't doing shit, but in his mind, he want to be the shit, and he is not having an opportunity to do the shit. And so what happens, a man goes into his brain and says, I'm in here, I want to do this woman on my ass every day. She looking at me like I'm not doing shit, but I don't want to be up in this every day.
That's why you got to understand the man you got, whether he's somebody who gonna just get up, still make it happen. A lot of guys don't have that mentality a lot of the time. So you have to be aware of that. But it is also sad that as a husband, you have to be aware that your wife might not have your back. That when she has to hold it down, she's going to throw it back up in your face and say that you are the problem. I don't know all the details, but that is still a scary reality that a lot of guys have to deal with.
And one of the things that come to mind, and I'm a movie guy, guys, so forgive me. When you watch Fences, remember when Denzel told Viola, he said, when I'm over at the other chick house, I can laugh, I can smile, I can sit at the table and feel like I'm worth something. But when I'm here, I feel like this a job. You make me feel less of a man in this. And he ended up cheating on her because he felt less than a man. He felt emasculated in his own house. Most men have to, if we can give women grace for all the things that they experience, postpartum depression and stress and all this other stuff they deal with their bodies, we must do the same thing for men. Men also get depressed. Men also have mental illness. Men also go through mental trauma. And we got to stop saying men are rough fucking robots, because men have feelings too, And when a man, I'm telling you, I know dudes have lost their, been working on a job for 15 years and they got laid off. And they sit at the house and they wife complaining because they've been unemployed for 30 days and the nigga been working there for 15 years.
That is true.
She's there to finish him off.
30 days, and then when he go get some more pussy, you mad because that other woman gonna say, baby, don't worry about it. Come here. I got you. As soon as
that man about to, I mean, not that man, that woman about to pick his spirits up so he can actually keep the household stable still.
Embrace him, he done.
Can I say this, Beans? This is like, I'm not being you. This is like burning my soul. The reason why we having this conversation is because, one, society treat women like babies. Grown-ass women like babies. Hold on. They treat them like babies. So the reason why they don't see what they do is wrong, because they've never been held accountable for shit they have done. Nothing.
I do agree with that.
They have not been held accountable for jack shit. No matter if they beat the kids up, they still got custody of the kids. No matter if they cheat on their husband, she cheated on you, it's the reason why you made her cheat. So the whole society have babies and all this other stuff. The world got to pay for them babies but her. She get taken care of. So nobody never held women accountable for shit they have done. Nobody. Not the government and not the men in her family. Women couldn't do it wrong.
That is true.
So when you got a man that's calling and saying out, pointing out what she doing is wrong, she looking at you like that's hate speech. What you mean when I'm doing wrong?
You're controlling.
What you mean? Because why? Everybody baby women, right? So a lot of times when we having this conversation, when Ashley was sitting up there talking, it was more of making excuses of, first he trying to frame it. When a woman had to take care of all his responsibilities financially on her own, it make you try to make an excuse, try to diminish it a little bit and water it down like she wasn't a fucked up bitch. It's a reason why I had Google, what is the reason why men put his hands on women? They didn't have no reason. I Googled what is the reason why women put their hands on men. They had a whole list of reasons on why it's fucked up, why a woman can, why a man can push a woman to hit a man, but on the vice versa, it wasn't no reason. They said he was controlling. So when you got a woman that you done went through all of this with, right?
That is scary though that he Googled that, and they have reasons why a man would retaliate in a physical way with a woman, hit a woman, but a woman, no type of, evidence to say like, why do women hit men? Because they don't even register that, because it always look like the man is an abuser. And that is messed up.
Because clearly he been taking care of the house. She said she been with that man 18 years, 20 years. So she couldn't have been taking care of all the bills for at least 10 of them. Right? She couldn't have. It probably was like a year, and he probably been taking care of the majority of the time. She come up here and try to make herself out to be a victim, then throw that Crohn's disease in his shit so we can feel sorry for the motherfucker, and so we can attack him. What I would do, and I would suggest all men to do, don't listen to these motherfuckers. Talk to that man. Let's hear what her man got to say. Because she going to come up here and lie. She going to come up here and want us to baby her. She going to come up here and play victim. You ain't no more victim. You a sorry ass bitch.
Whoa.
And you got what you deserve.
All right.
You put that nigga away because you was a piece of shit.
Gotcha. All right.
Yo, this man.
Do y'all talk to each other like that?
Hold on.
He said, do y'all talk to each other like that? This is my first time reacting to this man. I've reacted to Jay Prince before, so I know how he can get. That was a bit much, attacking her. But at the same time, he ain't wrong either, because we don't know. They were married I didn't know she was married for 18 years. She said she was the breadwinner, paying all these. We don't know how long she was paying bills for. She could have diminished what he was doing. That's the scary part. 18 years is a long time. So I would love to see and hear what the man has to say to that.
Hold on, Beans. Hold on, Big Ashley. I got you.
She like,
first of all,
clutching the pearls.
Husband.
Says he the ex-husband.
Hold on, my nigga. Hold on, bro. Hold on. So at the end of the day,
triggered Jay Prince, man. I think it happened to him before or something.
It did. BMU, it did. Let me do this real quick.
It did. Yeah, I know.
It did. Let me do this real quick. I swear to God.
I know.
Because I know when you niggas go over there, see, we just hit 1,000 subscribers. I take all the disrespect you motherfuckers talking about.
Congratulations.
But when y'all go over there to Anton Daniels, when y'all go over there to the Peep Network and all that other shit,
don't forget about Fatty.
You're controllable. So I'm gonna do it like this. All right. All right. Ashley, he just called you out your name. And I don't take that type of disrespect though, Jay Prince. So at the end of the day, on this platform, you call her personally, not generalizing like you call women bees. So Ashley, I'm gonna let you respond back to what Jay Prince said. And Jay Prince, if you unmute your mic, homie, Black House in the building. Go ahead, Ashley.
When I was speaking earlier about my my ex-husband, I gave my truth about what happened and how I felt.
Okay.
I can only give you my story. And I admitted I was wrong.
She did. She did say she was wrong for that.
Because we love to say women won't be accountable. I admitted I was wrong. I was wrong. There was no, and I don't have no but for it. Matter of fact, I don't have no, I was wrong, but I'm just giving it to you how it played along and what happened. And
they on his ass in the comments. That's not how you supposed to talk to anyone. Cursing for what? It's just a conversation.
Like I don't have a lot for JP, and I'm gonna keep it a book with you even more. That Crohn's disease changed my life overnight. I don't take that light. I don't use it as a crutch either. Cause my nigga, if you didn't know I had it, if I didn't tell you I had it, you wouldn't know. I don't use it as a crutch, and I feel like you are really disrespectful.
Hey, hold up, please. Shabika said he owed somebody child support. They took his driver's license. Damn.
And that like just for shock value or whatever, but there's a time and a place for everything. And I feel like you are really disrespectful, and I think you need to watch the seeds that you sow. Because you reap what you sow, and sometimes it don't always come through you. It come through your kids. It come through your grandkids. Like I am still reaping the good seeds that my mother sown, and she's been dead 20 years. I think you are very disrespectful, and you don't even know how to argue respectfully. You just like to holler to get your fucking point across. Yeah, that went left for me, so I'm through with him.
Damn. All right, too easy. We're gonna go around the panel real quick. Hey, listen, I apologize to my man Harris down at the bottom, bro. You've been sitting, waiting patiently. So I'm gonna let you grab the mic. Go ahead, homie.
JayBReacts did go hard.
I appreciate you, man. Exciting conversation. Shout out to everybody for their contribution. Aside of medical issues, kudos to you for pushing through that. I wouldn't even speak to anything like.
Why does Harris Tribe Media sound like he talking through like a Resident Evil microphone or something like that? Like it's on like a broadcast. It just don't sound right coming through.
That I think that goes without saying. But me, not delegated to gender or anything specific. I just hear a lot of selfishness. The first example, like she said, she was taking care of everything for a certain amount of time, and once that time limit passed, like Beans alluded to, the verbal abuse, it kind of started. She even admitted that, she kind of talked to him a little uniquely. We'll say that. And I think that adds to the pot. They don't want to take care, not you specifically, never anybody specifically, but I just add up the integers. They don't want to take care of the home.
Thank you for taking lunatic off the screen, because he was acting like a lunatic.
They don't want to curate their family.
Oh, damn.
And this is the difference between them and us. I'm proud to pay all the bills. I'm proud to get it all done. If I got to continue to do it, I'll still be proud. It's still my kids living here. It's still the people that I love and I care about. So to get things done, it's no time limit. If my wife doesn't ever make a dime, it's all good. But that's the woman that I chose. Ultimately, what I would say is, we've been saying it from day one. Even if you see yourself as the Joker, you're the most horrible person in the world, find a Harley Quinn. Like somebody got to be down for you. But I know women come with some things. I think JP was alluding to it earlier. Yeah, they're emotionally unregulated. They're sporadic. They're easily influenced. My missus is no different, but I take that from her. I accept that from her.
I respect that.
That's something that I consciously chose to do. And I think it's that lack of selflessness in people today. that they don't want to give a little more or give anything less than what they can receive. And ultimately, this might be a little controversial, but I'm going to land my plane with this. Ladies, y'all bullies. And some people let y'all get away with it. Like, y'all bully the children, y'all bully the home. Even if I do pitch in and help out, you might not like the way I clean the kitchen. You got to go behind me. Like, the way you talk to people is a little unique. And again, it's unique when children can't talk to you a certain way, men can't talk to you a certain way, and it's only 3 different choices to choose from. So that leaves only women to talk to women. And y'all don't even allow them to do that. They're called everything but a child of God when they start talking to y'all. So it starts to look just bullyish. You know, it comes off like the mob, like you're Big Tony, and we talk about Big Mama, like she sounds like Big Tony. Yeah. Everybody whispered in her ear and had to get permission, and she sent out all of the shots. And again, I'm from the generation where men got kicked out of the kitchen. The ladies were in the kitchen talking about how a man is everything but a good man. And ultimately, if that is what it is, if the ladies are...
Harris Tribe is spitting facts, bro. We see all these movies, like you said, Big Mama. A lot of people don't really pay attention to how their family structures was set up. The man was suppressed. He couldn't even be that man that they talk about was this dog and was scary to be around, all this stuff. Man, a lot of these women was talking trash and they was fighting back. So I understand what he's talking about 100%, because I've seen it firsthand in a lot of families close near me and my own.
Talking to men uniquely, that's one thing. But if you're doing that, I know you're not putting anything positive into the kids about me. You're not solidifying what I do, what I bring to this family, how I uniquely contribute. But I make sure I tell them to tell mama her hair is nice, tell mama the food is good, tell mama her clothes look nice, tell mama the house look good. And that's the word curate that I use, like to look at our home and see what we can add to it to make it define us as a family. They don't do that. They don't give a fuck about the pictures in the house. They don't care about cleaning behind the refrigerator. They care more about going on trips and getting on somebody's boat. And I just think it's very disrespectful to society, not just men, society, because we all have a place to play in society. And when they say, I want to be a scroll, I want to be a man today, I want to be a woman tomorrow, I want to be a child, don't talk to me like that, but I want to pay the bills and I got my own car, but yet I'm a woman, hold the door for me. And that's a lot. You come off as a bully, and I'm one of those, I bully bullies ever since high school. So when I come off a certain way or I say something to a lady that people might not like, I really don't care, because they're bullies. So, you know, fellas, keep y'all heads up. Ladies, do that with who y'all could do it with, and everybody protect yourself at all times.
Yo, Harris, a shout out to Harris Tribe Media Group, because he was spitting that. First, he threw me off with the microphone. Sounded like he was on some type of, I don't know, a Resident Evil type of headset or whatever. But what he said was all true. A lot of these women are bullies. They bully guys. And I know they try and say men are the worst, but men are afraid to even talk to y'all. They're afraid to approach. They're afraid to shoot a shot, because like a man's heart start racing when he got to talk to y'all. So how can somebody be this villain towards y'all? But the only person who comes with a negative energy off the rip to make sure you dequalify somebody is y'all. Really think about that, y'all. For real. Lunatic, bro, put your finger down.
Hey, BMU, if you don't mind, I just want to say, Ashley, I appreciate your candor. I know I thanked you last week, and I'm thanking you again this week. And I said it last week, so it ain't like I'm just kissing your ass. Like, I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that when I pointed out, you know, what you were saying in the way you were saying it,
somebody
and I
said,
hey, but what about before he cheated? And you took the time to acknowledge what you did before he cheated, like you said, because the men always say women don't want to hold themselves accountable. So you at least trying to do that. You are trying to be the opposite of what you hear men complaining about. So I just appreciate that, because there's only like 4 of y'all on planet Earth. So thank you.
I don't think that these women are trying. I think that they do what women always do, bro. I think that men is too easy. Black men especially, you too easy to get in, and this is why we get the results that we get, because we really soft like hoes. It take women very little to win your ass over. No, you should have something to stand on. She started off in the game talking about she had a mouth. She didn't bring up no chrome disease. She didn't bring up her paying no bills. She said that in the beginning she had a fucked up mouth.
You got a point.
Them women, she been having that fucked up mouth before she even got with dude. So I hate that we just keep ignoring.
I got you. Trust me, I got you.
I hate that we keep ignoring some real shit.
Listen,
because
you don't gotta respond.
I think when niggas want to fuck all the time, they let these bitches get away with shit because you want to fuck all the time instead of telling these women the truth.
He got a point on that too.
All right, JP, you ready for this?
A lot of dudes let things slide because they want to keep the woman close to them. And I mean, whether it start when the woman is a child and the father is very sweet to his daughter, we do let a lot of things pass sometimes.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
You're raising 3 little bitches in your house right now. And
no, you raise some.
Hold on. See how you react? See how you react when somebody homie.
We're gonna have that both of them. We're gonna put on
wait a minute.
Okay, come on.
Okay, all right. So you see how quickly you jump to that though, right? When I said wait a minute, homie. When I said something personally about what you got going on, and you called that woman a bitch to her face on this panel.
Yes.
Okay. So I said you raising 3 of them.
Yo.
No, that's not the same.
Okay. We're gonna bid you a farewell tonight. All right. Next.
Oh,
I got my man.
We got him up out of there.
JT, what's up with you, homie?
Damn.
Yeah, that was definitely disrespectful.
That was very disrespectful, bro. And hold on, JT. I want to say, as the host, as T-Max Network, we do not listen. We bring up topics because the conversation needs to be had. We all can get reckless generally, but at the minute that you start calling somebody on the panel way out their name and targeting them for something that they was vulnerable enough, not even just a woman.
That boy.
I'm not pulling this like it's a woman being a victim and all this other shit and being vulnerable. I'm talking about as a person up here. If JT said, man, I went through that T-Max, my wife left me. I'm just speaking. If my wife left me or blah, 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 and I went through that, I'm not gonna say, oh, you a bitch. Like, that's different, bro. We going way too far when we start pulling those type of punches. And I don't think nobody in the audience and nobody on this panel agree with what just went down. So with that being said, man, I apologize to you, Ashley, for what he did. Jay Prince, you know I fuck with you, dog. But at the end of the day, we not gonna have it over here because you don't go on other panels doing that same type shit. So when you want to pull back up, and the only way that you can pull back up over here is apologize to Ashley publicly, the same way you disrespect her publicly. Go ahead, JT.
All right, we're gonna leave it at that. I agree with what Jay Prince was saying. He didn't have to throw in the B words and all that stuff. He didn't have to say all that stuff, but he was cooking though. He was saying some truthful things about how she was who she was prior to being the so-called breadwinner. I don't know when the exact time period was. He was spitting facts. I think he got out of hand when he started, but that's just how his character is. I've seen him on multiple other panels and videos where he was talking like that the exact same way. But a lot of women go unchecked throughout their life on how to handle problems and situations because dudes want to have sex with them. That's what it is. Dudes, the game of courting is damn near lie and manipulate. You can't be honest with them. Man, you hear her talking stupid out her mouth. You want to correct it or check it, but it's like, I want to smack. That's how a lot of guys think. I think until you become a very healthy and aware guy, you start ignoring that stuff and you start actually being who you're supposed to be and you don't care. But even the ones, bro, if a dude's single and out here just mangling, he gonna suppress a lot because you're not going to be able to get a woman talking the rhetoric how we talk online. It's just not gonna work. It's possibility you might be able to find a real one, or she just gotta really like you a lot. But for the average guy who damn near gotta struggle sometimes and say the right things, you better off getting one who hadn't maintained it so much, and then you start unveiling more and more of the truth and how you are and stuff throughout y'all like early dating process. You know what I'm saying? Like what your do's and your don'ts. But the initial, and don't let it just be a dude just trying to have a woman for sex. He definitely ain't gonna reinforce her to think correctly. He gonna keep her in happy land. That's what it's going to be. So I do understand what Mr. Prince was saying. I think he just delivered it in a more hostile way. But I thought this was interesting. I didn't say a lot during this panel because it was a lot of long statements from people. People were, saying a lot. And I wanted to really like listen to the whole thing before I just kind of butt on every, a point and not make it able to listen to. So I have this link in the description. Shout out to T-Max Network. First time reacting to them. I have been on a panel with Mr. Beans TV before. So I definitely I like his perspective because I've actually spoken with him before. But yeah, I have this link in the description so y'all can watch this in its entirety. Make sure you like the video, comment below. It's your guy JayBReacts, and until next time, y'all. Peace.